Welcome to part 2 of the story of how I tried to get a date. Well, this is at the end of the month of the class. So, I was we were holding hands and all that crap, as normal boomers do. Anyway, uh so we were holding hands, we were walking, doing all that crap. And then this one's a short video. I did have the sudden urge to kiss her. Like, we were in a thing, no one was looking. There's not really much line there. You can understand why. Anyway, we were walking down. The teacher's explaining about Picasso and such, since we were at an art museum, and we were walking. I've only told this to two of my best friends. Actually, 3 or 4. Can't really remember if it was 4 or 3. But this girl decided to pull her pants, not down, just like, you know how you go to rearrange your D when it is in an unfamiliar place? Well, she did that without going to the second layer, and she was talking about her dad getting her this. I was like, I literally saw her pull her pants that way and pull her pants like frontwards. I was like, no, because I'm a good Christian boy. I keep my virginity. And that's really all. Great conclusion. Well, I'm gonna react to a video. Yeah, the rest of the video is gonna be this.
When the subject of legendary Japanese game developers comes up, one name who absolutely must be in the conversation is Platinum Games co-founder Hideki Kamiya. As the director of undeniably classic games like Resident Evil 2 and the original Devil May Cry, as well as more recent modern classics,
Devil May Cry, my brother has played that. Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2. I've seen Corey play that.
like Okami and Bayonetta, Kamiya's legacy and influence in the world of action games,
Oh.
classics like Okami and Bayonetta, Kamiya's legacy and influence.
Someone photoshopped that to have his glasses like white. You know that anime crap? Well, not crap. I watch anime myself. SAO is one of my favorites. Besides Seven Deadly Sins, I've still been trying to watch the rest of the season.
The world of action games, specifically character action games, is completely unparalleled. One only needs to look at this photo of Kamiya as a young man standing next to his mother.
Mans look like a biker. Mans look like he from London. Mans look like he has a London thing. He looks like he could punch you into the next timeline.
To know that there's never really been anyone quite like him in or outside of video games. But one of the things that makes Kamiya so legendary, and one of my personal favorite things about him, is his Twitter account at PG_Kamiya. Specifically, his relationship with Twitter's block feature. Now, to call Kamiya a prolific Twitter user is almost kind of an understatement. The man averages nearly 60 Twitter posts per day, occasionally going up into the high 400 range, and at the time of this video's publication, Kamiya is actually right on the verge of posting his 200,000th tweet. And out of those tweets, a very
cool.
Very large chunk of them contain one key phrase: blocked. Now, blocking someone on Twitter is effectively the nuclear option. It makes it so a person can no longer reply to your tweets, search for your tweets, or even look at your tweets. And for most Twitter users, blocking someone tends to be sort of a last resort. Kamiya, on the other hand, uses blocking.
I don't have Twitter.
Differently. He blocks virtually.
I actually don't have any social media except,
Everyone. fans of his games, other game developers, journalists, his own followers, even people who ask him a question that he's already answered elsewhere. Basically, by sending a tweet to Kamiya, you run the risk of him being annoyed by it, and there's a very, very, very high chance he'll block you for it. And what's special about Kamiya is that more often than not, he won't simply block an offending user, he will do it publicly in the form of a manual, old-fashioned quote retweet, where he says blocked, and then copies and pastes your tweet into the following text behind an RT, basically turning your crappy tweet into a spectacle for his 100,000 plus followers to laugh at.
Cool. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I actually like this guy. He's one of my favorites. Is a music
Now,
choice.
as you might have guessed, people have occasionally tried to troll Kamiya intentionally over the years to get blocked by him, but often this backfires, leading to Kamiya just deftly disposing of these people in a spectacularly public fashion. One of my favorite examples of this is when someone once told Kamiya he couldn't make a good game if he tried, to which Kamiya responded, "And what can you make? Poop every day? Ha 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 ha."
That's about 20 million ha's.
Ha 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 ha. Another one of Kamiya's magnificent public executions came after a Twitter user asked him, "Do you feel disappointed about having developed Bayonetta 2 for inferior hardware?" To which Kamiya replied, "Isn't your mom disappointed with her inferior son?"
Oh, roasted! Oh my, jeez, Lou, that was awesome.
In fact, Kamiya eventually grew so infamous for his reputation for powerful English language comebacks on Twitter that it actually crept back around into the world of video games. For years, one of Kamiya's favorite replies to questions he didn't feel like answering was, quote, "Ask your mom." He deployed this reply hundreds and hundreds of times on Twitter, often in reply to fans asking whether or not he'd ever want to see his character Bayonetta in Super Smash Bros. This made it immensely satisfying after Bayonetta was announced as a DLC fighter for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and the trailer included a line where Bayonetta says this.
If you need to learn how to talk to a lady, ask your mum.
Reference to Kamiya's tweets that was both in this trailer and in her in-game taunt. But at the end of the day, it's not his snarky replies, it's his reputation for blocking people that raised Kamiya's Twitter status to legendary. And interestingly, you don't even have to be trolling to end up blocked by Kamiya. Indeed, it appears that many of the people who end up blocked by him were sincere fans of Kamiya's work, asking him an innocent, if possibly annoying question. When it comes to who
I'm actually gonna have to stop this here since 25 minutes. I can't do that. I'm already at 7 minutes. You know what? I keep my things under 15 minutes since, you know, I don't know how to edit. Well, anyway, bye.